What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to some Dungeon Defenders 2. We got crits this week. Critical Reasoning land 100,000 crits. So we are here on the weekly farm map. Demon's Lair Chaos 4. Of course, you can do this on any difficulty. My objective for this one is, of course, to do it 100% fully AFK. Now, we have set up a Flame Aura with 100% crit chance. So we got power transfer, defense crit. We're actually over 100%. We overkilled it just a little bit. And if we take a look at it here, our chance to crit is 100%. Now, we want to use a low power relic since we're in lower content. I still have my ascension, which could cause some problems here, but basically we don't want the enemies to die. We want the enemies to get hit a whole bunch of times as they walk through. Now, I did fail to add in any defense rate, so let's go ahead and get a defense rate on there. We got power transfer, defense crit, and defense rate. Now, we're going to want to go ahead and just put flame auras at every spawn. So, once again, we want these guys getting crit like crazy. The more crits, the merrier. And 100,000 is an awful lot, but on the same note, it does run relatively quick and can be done, in a fully AFK fashion, no doubt. So we're putting 2 of them here. Once again, my ascension is going to cause some problems, as I think it might be a little bit too much power, so we might get enemies dying. We don't want enemies to die. We want enemies to make it all the way through all these flame auras. Now, with that in mind, we are going to have some sort of last resort. So we're just going to throw a wolf commander at every choke here. We'll give 1 spectral knight at every lane, and then we'll get a little reflect beam action in, just in case we get any range mobs that are sitting there out of range. Probably complete overkill. But anyway, there we go. We want to make sure our pet is out of the way. We don't want our pet killing any enemies, so we're going to come back to our lovely little chill spot here, and we're going to just let this fly. And you see how fast these crits rip off. Although it does require 100,000 of them, they go super, super quick. When every start of every wave, when the big pack of enemies is rolling out, and then each little burst as enemies come rolling out, the crits just scream, absolutely scream. Now, we do want to go ahead and get to wave 3. Getting to wave 3, we're going to have the most possible amount of enemies on the map at one time. And yeah, it actually looks like enemies are dying, so my ascension level being a little high is actually going to slow this process down. The least amount of power as possible we can get, the better off we will be. Oh yeah, enemies are dying like crazy. In fact, I think it might even be worth just going ahead and resetting my ascension here. Let's go ahead and get to a break and see what we can do. We don't want these enemies dying like this, so we need to take a bunch of that power away. Alright, so what can we do? If we come over here and we reset, we got all of our ascension points back. Once again, we don't want all that power going in there. So I'm not going to put any more points in that category. But we will load up everything else, get it all back and squared away. I should have came in on a different monk when we got this very first started. That way I wouldn't have these problems. Yeah, right. So yeah, we got our ascension restarted now. Now that should... I mean, that brings our damage way, way down. So we still have the 100% crit chance, of course, because that is independent of the power. Let's see if this helps us out a little bit better. Like I said, I just don't want enemies dying in those flame auras. We want to make it all the way through. Looks like they're making it a little bit further. We still got enemies dying in them. But you see we're almost 5% done already, and we're still kind of in the setup stages here. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and complete this wave and get to wave 3. And then we'll just let it run and see how long it takes. Like I said, the intention here is to do this as AFK as possible. And just see how long it takes to get it done while we're just in chill mode. Let's go ahead and get through to wave 3, though. Alright, we are at wave 3. So let's go back and park at our little spot. We're still getting crits. Because there's a bug lava guardian right there. So let's go ahead and just get the wave started. We will let it fly here. And I think I'm going to go brew a coffee. And we'll come back and see where it's at. Alright, and here we go. As you see, they're still just zooming along. I did time a minute. And we were just over 7,000 crits per minute. Now, I feel like I should have gone at a higher difficulty to get it done quicker. You know, you wouldn't want to do Chaos 8 because of the spiders with this type of setup. However, if we would have done Chaos 9, the enemies would have been a little healthier and would have lived longer, meaning more crits for each individual enemy. But we can go ahead and let this one finish up. We're at 85,000 now. So, like I said, it was about 7,000 crits per minute. Right around that area. Some minutes probably a little better and some a little worse, but we see the enemies dying off. There's a lot of enemies that are making it through. But all of the little guys, you know, and the little guys is the payday on this one. You see they're dying before they even get through the second aura, like all those little shieldy goblins. Those are the guys that are going to give you all of the crits. So with that in mind, going at a higher difficulty, the enemies would be a little bit tougher. Now this is, you know, as many of the weeklies are, this is one that's just going to complete through normal play. So if you've got anything at all in the game you're grinding, there's no reason to go out of your way and try to knock this one out. If you're grinding expeditions for materials, or if you're climbing Onslaught, or, you know, doing survival, elemental rumble, or whatever, you're going to get lots of crits. And it's just going to complete through just normal play. So, got that going there too. You don't really have to worry about knocking this one out, as it's just going to finish up. You see we're at 93,000 now. So probably about another minute here, and this one should be all done. We're just going to have to wait for all of the enemies to come rolling out here. They rip off really quick, all the way through. That is for sure. But I think about 15 minutes from your AFK point, like just blast to wave 3, and then like between 12 and 15 minutes using this strategy. But, you know, as I mentioned once again, I think it would have gotten done a little quicker at a higher difficulty. But still pretty easy peasy. I got my morning coffee going here, was able to get it brewed up. And we're just waiting it out. Just about there now, 98,000. As soon as this one completes, we'll just go ahead and launch on down and get this map finished up. And we are just about there. And there we go. So, let's get this one wrapped up. And another weekly completed. And, yeah, a nice little Defender Medal boost, that is for sure. So I'm getting close to the cap again. 10-9, I've only got about 1,000 Defender Medals to go. So I'm going to have to decide what to spend those on. I might wait, as we know we do have an update coming at some point in the near future. We don't have a time yet, but I think anytime in the next couple of months would probably be fair. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these DMs. I might sit on them. I might spend them. Just not quite sure. But that will do it for this one, though. Thanks a ton for watching. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you soon. Take it easy.